Okay, always remember safety first. I guess it's time for good morning, girls. This is the one I tried to do the newspaper combination with, and so far it looks like we have absolutely nothing going on. Neither hive has messed with I'll walk over here before I make them mad and take you a shot down in here. You look down in here, there is well, hey, there's a hive beetle. If you look, neither hive seems to have messed with the newspaper. And we'll get all biblical here right now. Ask and you shall receive. If you remember from the last video, I said, well, I'd be happy if it was just a laying worker. Does that look like that's popping out to be drone brood? I'm not sure. I'm going to look for a queen just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to take these girls up the hill and just politely dump them. Do you see a queen?
Not yet.
Does that look like another patch of drone brood to anyone? So I think this top box has turned into a laying worker situation. Well, this is uncharted territory for me. So what I'm going to do is just take these up the hill. I'm going to dump them. Don't make fun of my do-rag. And I'm just going to bring it back, jerk the newspaper off, set the empty box down here, and we'll see what happens. If it works, it works. If it don't, you know. There's quite a bit of drone brood in this one. But there's pretty good evidence right there that there may be a queen in here. And the drone brood in this one is from when it was a laying worker hive before I reintroduced this queen. Or when I requeened it, I guess I should say, with this queen. And so far, I'm showing nothing promising out of her either, other than she's kind of pretty. Oh yeah, these are showing some love to their new foundation. That'll be money. I mean honey in a few days. So this one, just to screw with me. And there is a stinger in my thumb. Wait, I got stung. I should have a different reaction. Oh, ow, oh, Elizabeth, honey. I was going blind. I didn't know if it was the venom from the sting or my do-rag over one eye. So I've had them 2 boxes together with the newspaper between them, and I put a couple of old queen cages and kind of propped it up because I knew I couldn't leave the top box of bees totally sealed off. I had to leave them way in and out. It's been over a week. Neither hive has messed with the newspaper at all to try to combine. Uh, I did have larvae in a little bit in that top box, and as you saw, it was all drone brood, so probably a laying worker. I took them up here, dumped them out, put the box back on, and you can see now. Come down here. If you come down here, if you over there in the back, come. She's waiting on you. If you look over here, where they've been going in and out, they're looking for that crack that's not there, and they will eventually migrate their way down 9 5/8 of an inch and go on in. I think. I hope. Maybe. But I guess that's going to do it for today. Got my first sting of the year in the thumb. I'm going home to cry right after we go up and look at the garden. And guys, I don't know how many of y'all do this, but I just kind of clear to a certain point, and then we leave the weeds till fall just because they bloom. And I get a little crazy sometimes and even just leave patches unmowed and unweed-eated just because it's got clover in it, and then I'll wait till the clover browns and come back and get that patch. And you know, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's about that far from the house, so I don't really have to worry about it. And when you come up and you look at it and it's covered in bees, it is one of the prettiest sights you ever seen. Let's take a look. Oh, would you look there? She enjoys cucumbers, so she's going ahead and pollinating that. Okay, I do apologize because video was kind of all over the place. But just to sum everything up, I had a hive that had went queenless, gone queenless. I don't know. Some of you English teachers can correct me on that. But hive had gone queenless, and then I requeened it. Didn't even know. I just thought it was queenless, and then sometime after the queen that I gave them, when they finally took it, they were over a week taking the queen. They almost rejected her, but they got the scent of her. Evidently killed the laying worker. I got blessed on that one. It was like I say, they took, I think it was 10 days to actually cut her out and take her. And when I went in, that's when I found all the, right as they was day or so before they got her out, all the drone brood was evident. And when they took her, they started cutting the drone brood out. So, like I say, I got blessed there. I had another hive, which was a swarm. That was the white one over on the far right. And it ended up going queenless. And I tried to do the newspaper combination thing. I put the one on top of the other one, 2 sheets of newspaper. I knew I couldn't leave them locked up in this weather, so I had to give them a break, a little crack to get in and out. So I put a couple of queen cages under the front of the hive to lift it up so they could use it for an entrance. And nothing. They started, all of a sudden there started to be drone brood popping up in there. They didn't try to eat down. The ones below didn't try to eat up. So finally I just decided that the best thing to do was probably take them, dump them all out, pull the newspaper, set the box on top of the other one, and let them fly around and bounce off the front of it, trying to get in until they decide to go down and go in with everybody else. If nothing else, I believe that the small hive on the bottom that probably wouldn't have done much this year, they're going to benefit from what honey, nectar, pollen, and all that is in the top box. And, there's probably, you saw, a double handful of bees that maybe have a week or two of working life left in them. So, that will help. And then I didn't put a queen excluder on. So that queen that's in the bottom, she's more than welcome to all those empty cells up top. So, fingers crossed. Can't cross them real tight because I'll hit my sore thumb where I got stung. But fingers crossed that, everything works out and it builds up. Hopefully I'm sitting in the house one day and I can hear the sides of the box cracking where they've got it so full of honey. But that's all for today. Thanks guys and gals for watching.